Okay, so this video is going to have all the review questions. So rewind, pause, fast forward as needed. So the directions say show all work neatly and circle your answers, write and solve an equation for each diagram below. So number one is a triangle. We know the angles of a triangle add to 180. The big issue I see with questions like this one is people forget that this is 90 degrees and then don't write that within the equation that they're writing. So don't forget that when you're adding everything together. So we're going to say 90 plus 4x plus 7 plus 8x minus 1 equals 180. And then I'm going to combine like terms. So 90, excuse me, plus 7 minus 1. So 90 plus 7 minus 1 is going to be 96. And I combine like terms by just leaving the symbols because I'm not going across the equal sign. So then 4x plus 8x is plus 12x, and then all equals 180. So now I'm going to take away 96 from both sides to get that number with the 180. So now I have 12x equals 180 minus 96, which equals 84. So then the last step would be to divide by 12 on both sides to get x alone. So x equals 84 divided by 12 is 7. All right, next one, feel free to pause as needed. Okay, in this picture, I've got parallel lines because the arrows, and these are angles on opposite sides of the transversal and inside parallel lines. So that's going to be, if parallel, then alternate interior angles are equal. So you can think about alternate interior. So I'm going to say, okay, 124 equals 2x plus 18. So then I'm going to take away 18 from both sides to get the 2x by itself. So then I've got 124 minus 18, which is 106, and then equals 2x. So then the last step would be divide both sides by 2 to get x alone. So x is 53. All right. Number 3, two options that I could see people kind of looking at here are vertical and straight angle. Vertical are when they are directly across from each other, and that's what's happening here. So we know vertical are, oh gosh, my handwriting is not great today. Vertical are congruent or equal, however you want to write it. So then we're going to say 3x equals 2x plus 16 because it said that. And then we're going to solve for x. I'm going to take away 2x from both sides to get the x's together because the x's are already by themselves. So now I have x equals 16. That was a pretty quick one. All right. Number 4, we have arrows to represent the lines are parallel, and then we have angles on the same side of the transversal and inside the parallel lines. So that's same side interior. So we know if parallel, then same side sub. So these are not equal, so be careful. 7x minus 8 plus 62 will equal 180. They are supplementary, so that's how we know they're going to equal 180. So now we are going to combine like terms, negative 8 plus 62. So we are leaving things as they are and not changing symbols. So 7x plus 54 equals 180. So then the next step is to get x alone. So I'm going to take away 54 from both sides to get the 7x alone. So now I have 7x equals 180 minus 54, which is 126. And then the last step will be to divide both sides by 7. So x equals 18. All right, number 5. Number 5, we have parallel lines, and then we have angles in the same location at different intersections. They're both on the top right, so that would be corresponding. We know that if parallel, then corresponding angles are congruent. So that would be equal. So I'm going to say, okay, x plus 25 equals 55. This one will be a quick solve. I'm going to take away 25 from both sides to get x alone. So 55 minus 25 is going to be 30. All right, number 6. In this situation, this is kind of looks a little funny, but we're talking about this angle right here, that one. I'm enjoying coloring here. And then this other angle over here. So these are angles on opposite sides of the transversal and inside parallel lines. So that is going to be considered alternate interior. So if parallel, because we have our arrows, so if parallel, then alternate interior angles are congruent or equal. So I'm going to say 14x minus 5 equals 13x. So you have to be able to decipher these things on the toolkit or in your head before you get to write your equation, because not everything is equal. A lot of things are equal, but you've got some other situations that have already come up as you've seen, but here they are equal. So now I'm going to get the x's on one side. So I'm going to take away 14x from both sides because I already have 13x alone. So then I have negative 5 equals negative x, because 13x minus 14x is negative 1x. And then I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1 to get positive x. So x equals 5. Okay, next page. Number 7 is a triangle angle sum situation again. So angles of a triangle add up to 180. And then I'm going to add those together. So 2x plus 4 plus x plus 2x minus 9, and that all should add up to 180. So now I'm going to combine like terms. So 2x plus x plus 2x is 5x. 4 minus 9 is 5x minus 5, and then equals 180. So then I'm going to start moving things to the other side. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides to get the x alone. So 5x equals 185, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 5 to finalize getting that x alone. So 185 divided by 5 is x is 37. Okay. Number 8, lines are parallel. So we're going to say, looking here, we've got these angles we're talking about. So they're on the same side of the transversal and inside parallel line. So if parallel, oh, that got a little dark, a little thicker, then same side sup. So sup means 180, so be careful on that. We need to get 180 here. So we're going to add these pieces together. So 5x minus 20 plus 3x should equal 180. So I'm going to say, okay, 5x plus 3x is 8x minus 20, and then equals 180. So then the next step would be to get all the stuff on the other side. So I'm going to add 20 to both sides. So now I have 8x equals 200. And then divide both sides by 8 to get x alone. You get x equals 25. All right, number 9. We have parallel lines again, and we have angles at the same location at different intersections. So they're both at the top right. So we're going to say if parallel, then corresponding angles are congruent. So we are going to set those equal. So we've got 2x plus 6 equals 40. So we're going to solve here. Now I'm going to take away 6 from both sides. So 40 minus 6 is going to be 34. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So 34 divided by 2 is x is 17. All right, number 10. We've got parallel lines, and then this is on the outside, and this is on the inside. So that's an issue because I'm not following this, following interior stuff, and it's also not corresponding because they're at different locations at their intersections. So then the next conversation is, can I like copy and paste some stuff to get closer? So I can take this 130 and put it here because those are corresponding. And then I've got a relationship right here because these should add to 180 because it's a straight line. So I utilized if parallel, then corresponding is congruent. So I did that first, and then if parallel, nope, not if parallel, sorry. And then I did straight angle supplementary or straight line supplementary. So now I'm going to actually write 2x plus 10 plus 130 equals 180. So now we're going to solve that. So 10 plus 130 is 140. So 2x plus 140 equals 180. And then we're going to get x alone by taking away 140 from both sides. So 2x equals 40. And then divide both sides by 2. So x equals 20. So that was kind of a two-parter to get you to where you needed to be. And there's other ways to do that one too, in terms of getting stuff next to each other. So I could have moved this up and used corresponding there. All right, number 11. Number 11 looks like it could either be vertical or straight angle is what I've seen people do in the past. Since these are right next to each other, and here's one angle colored in, here's another angle colored in. So what's happening is this piece right here is just useless to us. So we're actually creating a straight line. So we know that this is straight line supplementary. So that means that 20t plus 5 plus 15t should add up to 180. So 20t plus 15t is going to be 35t. We're combining like terms there, and then plus 5 equals 180. And then I'm going to draw a line to separate. When I do minus 5, I'm going across the equal sign, so I needed to change the symbol. So 185 minus 5 is 175. And then the last step for this problem is to divide both sides by 35 to undo the multiplication. So 175 divided by 35 is 5. So t equals 5. All right, last one. Number 12, this represents 90. So this is right angle complementary. So we're using fancy terms. And remember that adds to 90. So make sure that you're writing all those pieces. Don't just say right angle 90. That is true, but you need to get that complementary in there. So x minus 20 plus x equals 90. And then we're going to combine like terms. So x plus x is 2x. And then minus 20 equals 90. And then we're going to add 20 to both sides. So then we have 2x equals 110. And then divide both sides by 2. So x equals 55.